Hello, Cancers, and welcome to Deku Tarot. I'm going to be doing your June 2019 Love Tarot reading for singles and couples. So we're going to do singles first and couples in the second half. Alrighty, Cancers, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of your support, for all of the shares of the videos, for all of the subscribes. I really do appreciate it, guys. I appreciate all your comments and your likes, too, so thank you. If you haven't, make sure to subscribe to the channel, to share the video on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you feel. And yeah, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. And if you hit that little wiggly bell in the corner, it'll notify you whenever I'm going live, whenever I'm posting up a new video, like the Crystal series, which we just started and posted up the other day. So feel free to check that out, as well as your weeklies and your monthlies for your other placements. Because again, guys, remember, we're not just our sun sign. Alrighty, we're just going to focus on love for June here for singles first, using the Hermetic Tarot. Know that this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and also Venus. And if it doesn't resonate with you, again, like I was saying, you are not just our sun sign, and that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, the messages are not for you. I just want to say Temperance came out there. So feel free to check out the other love readings if it doesn't resonate. Or, let's see. So far we get Temperance, and I'm focusing on your general energy in terms of love as we enter June and as we go throughout June here. So there's a lot of self-healing going on, I'm getting with Temperance. Ten of Swords. Yeah, you guys are, wow. You're healing a lot of really, it feels like old wounds. Issues that held you back from really, I feel like, getting involved or getting in deep in terms of relationships. Wow. The Tower. Wow. Okay. And the Star. Dang, guys. This is like... we get two amazingly wonderful healing cards here on the ends. Again, this is for single Cancers. We'll do couples in the end. But again, if this part resonates with you as a couple or just as a Cancer, I mean, take it. Because this is a really big, really beautiful message of healing, of going through some hard times here, of, I feel like almost taking apart yourself. Like, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, I guess just taking, yeah, again, like taking apart ourselves here, really unpacking the things that hold us back in love, really looking at it with a critical eye, almostly. Like, almost, it's amazing because you guys have this amazing self-healing power that you've come into. And I feel like we've been through a really long road, Cancers. I'm a Cancer rising, so I understand kind of what you guys have been going through, but I mean, for those that are in Sun or Venus or Moon, I mean, I think it's a whole different, even deeper journey like this, where we are really, God, I feel like there's a term I'm trying to get here, and I hope I can grasp it by the end of this reading, because you are taking apart the Tower that really is how we've been approaching love, or, you know, what holds us back from love in a lot of ways. What has happened in our lives that has held us back? Why do we think the way that we do about love? What keeps us from really getting into a relationship? What holds us back from real love and really expressing ourselves and coming fully into a relationship? I want to clarify the Ten of Swords, the Blasted Tower here. Queen of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Some of us are working through, yeah, I guess a lot of, I mean, if we're dealing with an earth sign, then this has a lot to do with an earth sign that's coming into our life here. Maybe a Capricorn, possibly a Taurus, maybe a Virgo. I think this is the card of Capricorn in this deck because the Hermetic Tarot is quite specific. But there is this, I mean, also, when I see the Capricorn card here, we have a lot of Capricorn eclipses this year. It's a really big year. 2019 is a big year for Capricorn eclipses. So there's a lot of that almost devil energy. I know this is the Queen of Pentacles, but it's all this, I'm going to ignore my issues and I'm going to keep on trucking, or I'm going to, all those Capricornian things that we really shouldn't hold on to, you know. We're working through that. Bad habits. Really negative, I feel like, addictions, like even addictions in terms of behavior, in terms of, honestly, how we view ourselves. We get addicted to viewing that we don't deserve love, or we're never going to find this person that we are looking for. We're never going to find, find real love here, and it's never going to work out. It's like, I don't know, it feels like some of you guys just feel like you're caught in this endless loop, and we need to, I think this month, I feel like you guys have reached a point in terms of your own growth, your own self healing, that you can do this yourself now. You're realizing what this is, and yes, it might be painful, and it might be extremely entrenched in you. And again, maybe there's an earth sign that's kicking this off, or it has to do with an earth sign for some of you, but really I just feel like these are really entrenched beliefs, things that we almost take comfort in. When things don't work out, we go back to this belief and we say, yeah, I told you so. I knew it wasn't going to work out. I told you so. You're kind of saying that to yourself. And the blasted tower, the Six of Wands, the star is like, no, there really is hope, and I can have love. And I just feel like there's such a switch there. And maybe it's something to do with that Sagittarius full moon, because this is kind of feeling more around then and towards into Cancer season, into your season. So I feel like as we enter your season, we're coming in as a totally new person with new views on love, new ways of approaching it, and we've healed. We're seeing, a bigger picture, and it's a lot brighter, if that makes sense to you. But let's see how this is all playing out for you in terms of, the love story for the month here, okay? Wow, Cancers. Really powerful month for growth in our heart chakras. I feel like you guys have, I don't know, there's just a sense of stepping up, of maturing, of growth, of finally releasing things that, we felt so comfortable holding on to, even if we knew it wasn't healthy. Let's see how love and romance plays out for you guys this month. Cancer singles. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer singles. We get King of Cups. Yeah, like I said, there's growth in the heart here. When I see the King of Cups, I don't feel Scorpio, honestly, with this, and that's usually what he is to me. But maybe there was something around that Scorpio full moon that, that it started a change in you. And I feel like in our heart, in terms of almost self-love, and realizing that we have to love ourselves. We have to have a full cup of love before we can offer that to anybody else, or else the relationship will never be equal. We're going to attract in people who don't have a full cup of love for themselves. The King of Cups here is filled with that love, and I feel that that's where we're at. Maybe we are having a Scorpio come in, but Six of Swords, I feel like you're ready to leave the problems in the past. You've learned the lessons, but you're no longer going to take all that pain with you. Remember that Ten of Swords, that Tower. We've had a change here. Ace of Pentacles, a breakthrough. A breakthrough in, honestly, how we build relationships and what we build them on. Wow, I really love this, guys. Hermit. It might be more of an internal month for you, I will say. And that's okay, because this is a lot that you're working through. And it's a lot of self-healing and growth in your heart so that you can be ready for what's to come. And I say take the time out that you need to work through this. It feels exhausting. I'll be honest, like I'm drinking a large cup of coffee and I'm like halfway through it, and there's no reason for me to feel tired. And I feel like tired. I feel tired. I feel that there's been growth, and we've shed, like, we've come out of our shell. Maybe like, like how hermit crabs outgrow one shell and they crawl and go to another. And they build their life in that, and because they have grown too much to stay in the shell that they're in, and that's what this feels like, honestly. Powerful, guys. Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's like I'm seeing things clearly now. I'm ready to make the decisions. Gemini season, you guys are growing. You're leaving. Again, you're leaving that Ten of Swords in the past, all the pain, and you're taking your lessons and you're ready to move forward. You're like, I'm ready. I'm so ready to get out of this. I'm ready now to bring who I am now to the world. I'm ready to come back out. However, it kind of feels like you guys are excited for this, but also know that this is a journey, and that, even if you feel like you're 100% ready, like early on in the month, let this settle out. This is a huge wave, and you kind of need to let the tide roll back out before you can really jump in, you know what I mean? Six of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. I really love this reading, guys. I have to say, this might be one of, I just did Scorpio and Taurus. This might be my favorite one that I've done so far. Yeah, you guys are growing. You're learning the secrets of yourself, the mysteries. There's a mysterious energy when I see the High Priestess, very Piscean energy of, she holds the secrets, and your higher self does. You know that there's more to this than what it feels like right now. So, like I almost said to Taurus, sit in this misty time, sit in this foggy time where we don't really know where we're going. Wait. Just work through this on your own. This is a very internal self-healing in the heart process that we can open ourselves up to love, and that we can really bring in the love that we want. We want a full cup of love. We don't want to be attracting in a half cup, a quarter cup, or no, like an empty cup. So I feel like a lot of us are realizing that we're fighting for it. I know that this says Lord of Defeat, but it doesn't feel defeated to me. Even if we might feel lonely and like there's mysteries that we can't figure out, don't feel defeated. Keep fighting through this. Keep, you know, don't fight with yourself in a negative way. Don't start to bring yourself down when, we get halfway through the month and it feels quiet. You feel really internal. You feel like the Hermit. Because you're actually going through a breakthrough here. And just because you're not seeing the results and not everyone's coming to knock at your door and say, what's up, Cancer? Like, I'm your true love, I'm here. Don't get frustrated and start beating yourself up again. Do not get stuck. Do not get back in that cycle. We've left it behind. Fight for, have the strength. I'm surprised I don't see the strength card here, because that's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Have strength to overcome this part of yourself. You've outgrown it. Remember, like the Hermit crab, guys. We're on to bigger and better things here. And because we don't know where this is taking us, it's giving us a lot more options. And I feel like the second half of the year is going to be so huge for you after look at this, guys. The Empress. Fight for it, because look at this. Don't get stuck here. You're in a breakthrough moment. It might feel really tough for a second, even when you feel like you've been like, wow, I'm going through, like, I'm like releasing all this, and it just feels like, again, like you're getting hit with waves and you're letting it go. And then you kind of want to jump right back in as the tide rolls out, but don't. Because that's going to make you freak out. I feel like, don't start beating yourself up and say, wait, where is this going? Where am I going? Like, who's coming in here? I thought I went through all this for a reason, and I'm still alone. Don't worry about it, because look at the Empress is here, bringing in love, manifesting in love. Have an open heart, but you have to, like the King of Cups, like the Empress here, have a mature vision of, love for yourself. Having such an intense love for yourself and having this breakthrough of, I do deserve love. And, even if nobody's here right now, I can still be my own partner. I can still be my own lover here. Now that sounds weird, but, like, treat yourself and feel about that way about yourself that you want somebody else to feel about you. See yourself in that way. And you're going to start bringing in love. There's breakthroughs. And, we can't be carrying these negative things with us into the future. I know that practicing self-love is hard, but even like looking in the mirror and saying I love you, that can be very difficult for a lot of people. But you got to do something like that. You have to cultivate this self-love, cultivate your cup filled with love here, and open your heart. Even if it does feel like the Hermit right now, underneath it all, you guys are the Empress, and this is the energy that you need to really interact with to keep you going, really embody. So even when it feels difficult, guys, this is a long breakthrough. It's like a month-long breakthrough when I see the Ace of Pentacles. This is what we've been waiting for, so don't freak out. I know that's not like a normal love reading, but, we get what we get here. And I don't know, some of you Cancers really needed to hear that. I know it's not like X, Y, and Z are coming back in, or, my ex is coming back, and oh, this person's coming in. No, I know, but, like, I'm not going to lie to you guys and, like, give you a bullshit reading when it's a very deep spiritual heart growth read. I feel like you're going to have a lot more people coming, and I genuinely feel that this is, like, this moment here is, like, the breakthrough, the growth, and, like, as soon as you step into your season, I feel like it's going to be like, wow, this is amazing. I didn't even expect this. I never thought I'd get here, but believe that you can. Calling in your soulmate. Yeah, guys, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This means that you need to really get clear on, like, what you need and what you want in a relationship, what you deserve. And you have to be honest with yourself. And you can't be like, oh, well, I don't deserve this person, or I don't deserve this kind of love, or I'll settle for this. No settling. Affirm that you deserve only the highest love. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Wow, these are perfect cards. You be positive. It's going to change. Things are about to shift, but you need to, again, you're calling in your soulmate. You're calling in the right person for you, the right relationship, because that's what you deserve. But you have to believe that. You have to stay optimistic, and you have to love yourself with that full cup of, love throughout this whole process. Woo! All right, single Cancers. That's amazing. Alrighty, now we're going to move on to coupled Cancers. Do check out your weekly readings. They have a lot of information it's not about romance if that's what you're looking for. We do love readings for the weeks as well, but not in depth like this. Let's go on to coupled Cancers. I'm going to use the Aquarian Tarot for that, actually. Okay. Alright, coupled Cancers for June 2019. What is your energy? What is your love energy? Energy of love around you, energy of you towards love, beginning of June to the end of June 2019. Wow, Ace of Cups, coupled Cancers, amazing. Again, like I was saying, this is all about healing for you guys. There's Temperance. Holy crap. Yeah, even single Cancers got Temperance. Ace of Rods reversed, interesting. And the Tower, I honestly saw it reversed first. I'm going to leave it that way. Interesting. Some of you guys are trying to heal, but, you know, healing involves breaking down the Tower, but you guys are kind of afraid to do that, I think. You don't want to communicate to start it, but it kind of feels like the way that you are this month, and I know this came up, I feel like this came up for you guys, that things are just, like, off. I don't know, when I did that first week into June, it just felt like you guys were emotionally kind of off, so I don't know. But I think it's because you guys are getting ready to do a lot of healing throughout the rest of June here. We're getting very emotional. We're feeling in a very emotional state here. Very involved in our emotions, very much like looking at them and healing ourselves. Looking at places where we've needed healing. We're working on ourselves. I don't know. It's like not like you're turning to others or you're imbalanced and you're freaking out. You're really trying to focus on working through these things yourself, healing yourself so that you can bring the best to the table in terms of love. Clarify the Ace of Rods reversed. The Star. There is healing. Maybe if you guys have had issues with communication or issues, you know, even in your relationship in terms of physically, you know, maybe you haven't been that intimate and stuff and you want to talk about it. There is a connection and healing, you know, coming to a place of really... what is just the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know. We're just going to try to heal and be on the same page, be very honest. So again, if you've been having issues, you know, don't be afraid of, maybe you guys are afraid of bringing something new into the mix or communicating about how you feel. You're afraid of what it might trigger, what it might bring out. I say that there is maybe, I don't know, even if it's like, I don't know, for some of you I'm just getting you're having issues physically and maybe it has to do a lot with, you know, how you view yourself or maybe even how your partner views themselves, okay? So I'm just going to come out and say that one. So if that's the case here, and I know that you guys, I don't know, Cancers I always find have a hard time in terms of seeing themselves as the beautiful, amazing beings that they are. They have a really hard time with that. And you guys are so lovely and so beautiful. You have to love yourself every step of the way, physically, every part of your body, okay? Love yourself. And if that's what gets in the way of this, you know that this person is with you because they love you and you're with them because you love them. So don't beat yourselves up over this and just enjoy, you know, life and romance and stop being so hard on yourselves. All right, let's clarify the Tower reversed. Yeah, Four of Wands. It's interesting because we want to keep the peace, but we're afraid to communicate some big things here that actually just need to be communicated so that we can actually get here. So don't be afraid to knock the Tower down. Don't be afraid, honestly, to talk about some issues here, to open up about how you're feeling in your relationship, to have the conversations that need to be had. Let's clarify some advice for you. Advice for my Cancers and couples, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Couples advice. The Eight of Pentacles, work on it. This is saying you need to work on, you know, maybe you need to go to the gym or something and that's what will make you feel better. Or maybe you need to work on your health and fitness. Or maybe working on it together, honestly, is what will bring you guys back together. But even if it's not a physical thing, work on the relationship. Put the effort in. You know, every relationship involves this, you know, Virgo sun energy of work. You know, we have to look at the details. We have to be willing to, you know, a relationship is... It's almost like, you know, having a job in a lot of ways, but a job that you love because you love this person. So make it work. Put in the effort. Four of Cups, talk about what we're dissatisfied about, whatever we have been unwilling to change, whatever we're not happy with. Maybe we're unhappy with how stagnant it's gotten and we want some passion, we want something more here, and that's really what the issue is. Yeah, maybe we feel like the other person is a lot more, I don't know, focused on work or, you know, focused on themselves, and we're kind of feeling like left in the lurch here. We might feel kind of lonely about it. So that's why we're kind of in this self-healing process. But again, I think that communicating about this stuff will bring a lot of a lot of this to the forefront. Well, you know, sometimes, you know, you never know unless you can communicate about it, unless you talk about it. And I think a lot of people get really afraid to communicate about how they're really feeling, but they'd be surprised about, you know, how the other person's reaction is probably not going to be what you think it is. We always assume the worst. Don't make an ass out of you and me. All right, let's see. Let's see how this plays out. Love story. How does this love situation play out for Cancers? Couple of Cancers, June 2019. Oh my gosh, Eight of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, maybe we feel like the other person's way too focused on themselves or work here. It could be even both. You know, they're way too focused on them. And I don't know, I'm just really getting that. Or maybe even you're too focused at work. And it's causing a lot of feelings of separation, fights. I feel like maybe we might even be acting passive aggressive to each other here. Feeling like, oh no, here it goes again. But you know, sometimes relationships, they go through ups and downs. They have to go through these downs where it feels like everything is going to fall apart, so that the relationship can really begin again, so that it can grow, so that you can become better versions of yourselves that can love each other better. Five of Rods reversed. It's not worth having some fights about it, you know, and fighting about it. Trying to say, well, you did this, because another person will say, well, you did this. Don't approach it that way. Just please don't do that, you know. You might feel we've been, like the other person might be tricking us, duping us, or I don't know, there could be just, I don't know, there's just issues there. But so don't fight about it, though. We need to come at it from a more grounded perspective. If you guys are dealing with a Taurus or an Earth sign or something that happened, again, during Taurus season, I think a lot of it has to do with something that happened around then, or, you know, it has to do with an Earth sign. There's just some Earth energy here. Let's see what else comes out. The Hierophant. Alright. And let's get some clarifiers. Wow. Yeah, there's definitely Taurus energy here, like I was saying. Whether this happened during Taurus season or if it involves a Taurus that you're in a long-term relationship with, maybe, again, someone you're married to. We need to have a long discussion about the long-term, you know, where is this going of the relationship here. Let's clarify. Eight of Pentacles reverse, Ten of Swords. The Hangman. This is saying you need to look at this from a different perspective, okay? Whenever I see the Hangman, strong urge that universe is trying to throw at you to say, you're maybe not seeing things as clearly as you should right now, and the situation might seem very painful and difficult and, you know, unapproachable, insurmountable, that, you know, we need to really look at it from a different perspective. We really need to defer to the energies that are saying this is not a time to act. You really don't have a solid ground to base your argument on here. You haven't seen it from their perspective or from a bigger perspective. Ten of Swords and a Five. Okay. Again, there's that Four of Cups. We're feeling dissatisfied, but we're not doing anything about it, and we don't know what to do about it. And that's why I think the Four of Cups is there. We're feeling like Four of Cups, Five of Rods reverse. It's just very, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to fight about it. Five of Wands, the King of Pentacles. Five of Wands reverse, King of Pentacles. Cancers, Knight of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, oof. Okay, so this is just like, some energy here, man. Yeah, you guys are definitely going through a lot of internal stuff this month. Singles, couples, all of you. So, again, I think that this is a great time for self-healing. This is a great time to get into this Hangman position and really look at things from a different perspective. Get in touch with your spiritual side. Communicate what you need to, but don't come across, you know, attacking. Don't be careless with how, you know, it's almost like you are becoming careless here. Like you don't care anymore. You're just like, whatever about it. There's a lethargy to this. There's an energy of, you know, well, whatever. I'm not going to do anything about this. I'm just going to lie here with these swords in my back and cry about it. King of Pentacles, Hierophant. But it feels like we need to, again, maybe towards the end of the month, and when we get back into our season here, I feel like maybe even the Sagittarius full moon on the 17th is what triggers it. I don't know. I just feel like it's more towards the end of the month, more towards your season. I feel like we're getting renewed energy here. We're going to want to communicate, and we're going to finally get to where we need to go here. You know, we're going to say, this is, you know, what I need here. This is, you know, let's stop talking about work and all this other stuff. Let's just talk about you and me. Let's talk about where this is going. Where do we see this going here? Page of Cups, I love you. Do you love me? Like, let's figure this out. Let's renew this and get back in touch with, you know, almost our inner child. Have more fun here. inner children here and have fun, you know, connect in a more playful way, open our hearts. If we want this to end up in the long run, we're going to need to honestly have some discussions about our emotions, talk about it, you know, figure out ways to move past whatever we've been going through. You know, what is really going to work for us here? We have to be honest. You have to say what needs to be said here, honestly, okay, guys? Let me get one card of advice, even though we already did some earlier. I feel like we should pull another here. Justice. Yeah, we need to bring the truth out, whether it be for the good or the bad of the situation. It needs to come out and be dealt with here. This is a time where we are figuring out our truths and figuring out how to communicate them. So that's really the main thing, I think, for you guys, for coupled Cancers this month, okay? Figure out how to communicate that in your best way, and, you know, trust that your partner is with you because they love you and that they want to listen to you and that they want to work things out with you instead of assuming the worst. All right, let's get a love oracle card for you guys. Or actually, let's get two. Coupled Cancers for love and romance for June 2019. Religious factors. I feel like you guys are, again, very different people, maybe coming from different backgrounds, having different religions. I don't know, you guys just have different views of what you want, maybe, or where you're going, even like where you want to move. There's a difference here that needs to be dealt with. Separation. Wow, okay. I think some of you guys might need some time apart, honestly, to work through these things. And if that's what you need, some time alone, some time to, you know, go home or something, or maybe your partner is going on a vacation or you're going away or something like that. Not like on a vacation, but like a business trip, or they got to go somewhere. You know, you guys might be spending some time apart for work or other reasons. I don't know, there's just a separation here in terms of, you know, who are you to me? Like, I don't know, there's trying to figure out what this other person is, honestly. And it does feel very separate. And if you guys need to take a break or take some time apart, do it. Or take some time, you know, just you two going on like a little thing. That might be, I don't know, I feel like it's more like on your own though right now. I feel like the second half of the year is going to bring you back together and bring all this wonderful energy out. But right now we have to really go within and self-heal and really kind of try to understand what is so different about us, why this feels difficult right now. And I think a lot of it has to do with maybe different wants in a relationship, different needs, and, you know, maybe we've outgrown each other, and maybe that's what's bringing up a separation. Maybe it is bringing up a break, or, you know, somebody's moving somewhere for a work thing, or something's happening here. But there needs to be a lot of you time dealing with this and figuring this stuff out, okay? Don't be afraid to take a lot of time for yourself this month, Cancers. All right, so Cancer couples, those are your messages for June 2019. And if you're singles, those were your messages in the beginning part for June 2019. Do check out your love readings for your other placements. I have Taurus and Scorpio out, and I'll get as many as I can out as soon as possible. Do check out your weeklies to see what, you know, the general energy, career stuff that's happening week to week, or in astrology that's happening week to week. And I will get those a new moon video where I pull like a little mini read for all the signs. Okay, so thank you guys so much for all of your support. Please make sure to like, share, and definitely subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the weeklies and in the other love monthlies, guys. Thank you.